Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing today? It is good to be back. Oh man, it's been a little while since I've posted, but today is a new day. It's a beautiful, beautiful freaking day in the state of Washington, and it's late. And thank God of the quarantine, we get to leave late every single day. And so it is 7 o'clock now, and we're getting ready to take off for our run. So I got myself some food today. Some shish kebab, some water, some snacks. The essentials for the essential drivers. Guys, what a crazy time to be alive in. I've heard that and I've said that about 50 times this week. It's been hectic. Thank goodness I have been staying loaded and dispatch takes care of me and stuff like that. So we've been kind of busy, you know, we've been doing Seattle and Eugene runs as usual. And today we are going to Auburn, Washington to deliver a pellet load to a coastal feed and farm. Hang on. All right. Anyway, as I was saying, we're headed to Auburn for coastal feed and farm. We're going to deliver some pellets out there, like wood pellets, and we're going to head over to Home Depot. It's a warehouse facility. And we're gonna get loaded with some just random material going out to Grants Pass, Oregon. Should be a good, easy day. We're leaving pretty late today because there's no traffic anywhere ever in Seattle or in the Portland area in the last few weeks. So we've all been leaving pretty late from the yard, and it's been a lot easier. We get a lot more sleep, and it's been great. Anyways, stay tuned, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. So, as a lot of you viewers may know, you guys are drivers, and you know that the load board is a crazy place to be on nowadays. This dispatcher is saying we get like 3 or 4 loads a day on there, you know, and sometimes a little more, and they're terrible paying loads, so it's not going too good for everyone. I mean, for a lot of people actually, but just I'm really happy to be on the road and driving and working, and yeah, we go to some pretty sketchy places, you know, and we deliver to places that we haven't been to before, but whatever keeps us afloat, you know. It might get to a point where we will have to go out to the Spokane area, Tri-Cities, and just basically even as far as Idaho to get our stuff to get loaded. So it might be a crazy summer because they're planning on extending it all the way to late June in some states. Now that Trump has given all the responsibility of reopening every single state per governor. Who knows what they'll be doing? Who knows what Governor Inslee is going to be doing? Who knows what Kate Brown is going to be doing? They're crazy. No politics. I'm just saying, you know, the choices they've made so far, a lot of recreational areas are closed. But as all of you guys know, the golf course is open, right? It might be closed down. I don't really know, but the whole idea behind all this is that they have closed the wrong areas. But at least our facilities are open where I go, and that's all that matters, because I get to work, and I'm really happy with that. And more content for you guys, keeps you guys busy, keeps you guys watching something, you know. I haven't posted in a while, but even though I haven't been so busy, I haven't been able to record any videos. I don't know, just things are just weird, you know. It is what it is, guys. Here's your weekly update, and here we are making some deliveries. But hey, the upsides of this quarantine are still there. The weather is amazing. It's been freaking beautiful outside the last few weeks, and I do hear there's some rain rolling in this upcoming week, but we also need it. It might help with the quarantine die down, keep people more inside, even though we're out here slaying. Either way, in the last week, we've been doing some family activity, just doing some things at home, doing a little bit of gardening, a little bit of cleaning up in the garage, you know, taking care of things around the house. Just trying to stay busy, watching some shows, back to the office continuously. But yeah, it's been a really interesting week. We also went quadding with my cousin from out of Texas, and we had a great time. Went out to St. Helens, did some trail riding out there. A lot of their actual recreational spots were closed down, but a lot of it was still open because they can't close down everything there. So if you just find a trail that's just there and it's not locked down, you hit that trail and it leads to miles and miles of trail. So we had a great time out there with my cousin, and I'm really happy that we're still out here doing some stuff, and I hope you guys are doing the same thing. It's a really weird time to be alive in, but at least, you know, you still got something to do out there, boys and girls. I know that. Alright guys, so we just got to this place here in Auburn. Waiting for one guy to get some units off of his truck, and then he's going to pull the truck back a little bit, and we'll get lined up right over here. It's kind of a tight spot here at this coastal, but that's basically what we have on board. We got 30 units of that stuff on. So this guy's going to move his truck back right now. You can see here there's 15 straps on this side. This side will be scooted over this way once we're done with the back. That's what it looks like. These are 2-ton units. There's 30 of them. We're at 60,000 pounds. Not too heavy, but just almost the limit. So there's kind of a love-hate relationship with these type of loads that we get. Upside of these loads, they load them stupid fast at the places where we get them loaded at, over in Brownsville, Oregon. And there's usually two forklifts with split forks where they can load each side with 2 units at a time. So I mean, you'll be out of there in 10-15 minutes if you know how to properly strap. The downside of coming to places like this is that customer loyalty is number one here. So what ends up happening is if they have a ton of customers in line like they do right now, I could be here for 2-3 hours a day sometimes. So they have to take care of the customer first, and then they come and get me. And them having just one forklift, you know, we're talking about 30 units here, you can be stuck here for a little bit of a time. Some days I come here, I'm here for 30 minutes because I get here nice and early, but today I got here a little bit later because my appointment time at the next location is at 11 o'clock and I can't show up there any earlier. So today we got, you know, 10 customers outside waiting in line to get loaded and get their stuff out of the warehouse. So I might be here for a couple hours. That's kind of a downside because I'll probably be late to my next appointment, you know, because I was just forecasting the time frame and we're about an hour out from our pickup. So this might be a kind of an issue. I might be late to my next appointment. But with all that being said, there's still an upside to this, right? Like I mentioned earlier. So they load fast and they also pay pretty good. So you gotta put up with what's on the table. And also, you know, the good upside is it's pretty close to where we're at, to where we were supposed to pick up our next load. So plus we're all staying working, right? We're staying loaded, and that's what matters most. The least we can do is wait. So it looks like we'll have one more customer left and I'll be going in next to get empty. And I've been here for about 35 minutes. They moved their 10 customers pretty freaking quick, so I'm glad about that. So my father-in-law cooked up some bomb shish kebab on the grill, Euro style. The lid says we shouldn't be microwaving, but we don't really follow directions, so. Steaming hot, baby. Let's dig in. You got some color to them after that microwave session. Oh, look at that. This is a luxury. No one gets to do this. Oh goodness. Another very nice luxury. What a fail. Let's do this again. Delicious. Since we are on the food subject, right? Kind of an important topic to strike, honestly, at this time, right? Especially as drivers, we tend to eat terrible 90% of the time, right? So when you get stuff like this, right, just healthy stuff, just meat, and especially if you guys are local or regional drivers, usually the wives or you guys yourselves just start cooking up some stuff, right? I don't think we should be eating that crap from the gas stations and stuff like that, but we tend to do that a lot, and that plays a huge role in our lives, right? It affects our sleep, a lot of things, our health quite a bit, and so eating proper is very, very important. We know that. This is not a sponsored segment or anything like that, but I did start visiting a local doctor out of Vancouver, Washington. Her name is Nadine Neal with New Health Clinic. She's a naturopath, and she's directed me in so many good ways, just health-wise, with just natural supplements. And so you have a face-to-face consultation with her with the first appointment, and they do basic stuff like blood draws and whatnot, and she just goes over your health with you, and based on what your paperwork says and what your results say, she prescribes supplements. And she's helped my wife and I out so much in our lives, and just a lot of our friends visit her as well, and they've gotten just some, you know, I mean, miracle healing basically through her supplements and stuff like that. And I'm going to link her down below in my video, and you guys can check her out, especially all you local truck drivers who are looking for help right now, since, you know, a lot of you guys are not driving, and I'm sure it's a little bit tougher right now because of the quarantine, but just reach out to her, you know, and just if you guys really need help with your health, she'll be there for you guys. And all of us drivers, you guys know that diet is a very important thing, and we mistreat it like crazy. And just health overall, we suck at it. And Nadine Neal is the person to reach out to. Like I said, we've been visiting her for a couple of years now, and she's helped me out with a few of my medical issues before. And so, from personal experience, she will take care of you guys. And I hope you guys get something out of this. Plus, it's an awesome way to support local business because she is local and she's private. And yeah, reach out to her. Anyways, with all that good information, we have to get back to getting unloaded. The guy's already taken off my stuff. So it looks like they got some of the product off already. All right, guys, 2 hours later, actually 2.5 hours later, those 10 cars, they kept adding up and adding up and adding up. And 2 hours later, we're getting out of here. So we clearly missed our first appointment. And now we're headed to our next location, which is the appointment. And we had to actually change the time on that one. So with that being said, let's head over there. All right, you guys, so we just got to this place here. We got to the Home Depot. It's like Kent warehouse slash facility or whatever. This is where they store all their excess, and it's kind of like a distribution center. I just wanted you guys to see the clearance levels or the distances we have at this place when we go inside. It's a indoor facility, so we get loaded inside, and check this out. Guys, so hopefully you guys saw that little segment. We're finally indoor, as you can tell, and yeah, we'll be getting loaded from each side, and these guys are currently staging my load. Usually it's a mixed load of stuff like veneer, plywood, foam, padding, and stuff like that. Just, you know, basic accessories that we have around the house, or just material that we have around the house that you can buy at Home Depot. They have it here, and we move it.
So most of the time we don't really know what we're getting here. It's just a mixture of stuff, like I said, plywood, PVC, foam, and stuff like that. Because we don't know what goes on there, we usually just distinguish the weight on the trailer according to what we have. We start finding out what we have that we're getting on board, and so usually if we're getting PVC, it's the lighter stuff in the foam, we usually put it in the middle. Before we do that, we put the plywood units in the back, which usually is about 8 units in the back, 8 units of plywood in the front, and that's how we distinguish the weight as even as possible, because usually this load still gets around anywhere from 40,000 to 60,000 pounds, so we don't really know how much weight to put over the axles. So we distinguish the weight evenly onto the entire trailer. I actually didn't even notice, but the truck right in front of me is my buddy, also with the maxi truck, and he got the Home Depot load as well. Check this out. Yeah, got the same stuff on board. This is the foam I was talking to you guys about. It's actually extremely soft, and they're just pads that go, I think usually go onto the roof. It's like a foam protecting stuff. So, like roof protector foam. And as you can tell, it's too soft, so we're just gonna throw a strap over that and just hand tighten it, because it's extremely light. I mean, you can move it by hand if you wanted to. The whole unit is really light. And even then, I actually usually put a edge protector up top when I throw the strap over, so it doesn't actually crunch it and crush the unit itself. So as you can tell, various load, right? We got steel fence posts, roofing stuff, plywood, and foam. So it's all just gonna go into stock at the other store over in Grants Pass, Oregon. speaking of various load, we've got things as small and as simple as a ladder up here. A couple of ladders over this unit, so we got strapped this unit here. There's only 2 pieces here and 1 on the other side. But we're clearly a lot lighter in the back than we are in the front, because we have 8 units of plywood up front and some foam, but we're pretty close because we got this steel unit as well. Anyway, let's go ahead and close up these walls and let's call it a day. Alright, you guys, so I know you guys like what you saw in this video and you guys know what to do. You gotta smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Instagram at DTuneGarage. I got a lot more stuff on there, pictures and videos of me doing random stuff around the house, and just anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys next time.